time to check out another spooky Halloween special. Are you ready? I know I am. This is the 1970s Forgotten TV Halloween Specials by Rhetty for History. So let's do this.
Every October, tons of kids gear up for the upcoming Halloween season. Many of them are busy decorating, picking out a costume, or going to a costume party. Guys. But kids and adults also enjoy watching Halloween.
Okay, hang on. Do you guys remember those costumes? The trash bag costumes and those masks with the rubber band, but you only had 2 slits for eyes, and sometimes they didn't even have the nose slits or holes, but then just a single dash for your mouth, and that's how you were supposed to breathe and see. Down here in Texas, we don't have cold in October. It's humid and hot and gross, and so you were a sweaty, unbreathable mess trying to beg for candy. Comment below, let me know. Did you guys have similar experiences, or was it the opposite up north where you were trying to trick-or-treat in these ridiculous costumes in the freezing cold? I don't know. Comment, let me know, guys.
Specials. It's the Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown has remained the most popular, but it was released in 1966, which was more than half a century ago. Over time, we forget about some of the others that have been released.
I've never even heard of that.
The 1970s, for instance, saw dozens that were created for our viewing pleasure.
I think I actually saw that one.
In this video, we will have a look back at some of the forgotten 1970s Halloween specials.
There's a Muppet Halloween special? I wonder if I have that in my box set.
The Addams Family was a classic comedy series that aired on television for 2 seasons, beginning in 1964. Audiences fell in love with this spooky family, and there have been numerous projects since that time. I
don't know if I've told you guys, but I talked Editor Hubby into a costume this year for my baby sister's costume party. We're going as Gomez and Morticia. I'm so excited!
1991 Addams Family movie and the 2022 Netflix series Wednesday are a couple of the more memorable additions. However, long before these were ever made, there was another one that you may have forgotten about.
For Halloween?
In 1977, most of the cast of the original television show came back to star in Halloween with the new Addams Family. This was a one-off television special that contained much of the same charm as the original series.
Oh, wow.
Morticia and Gomez end up having 2 more children named Wednesday Jr. and Pugsley Jr., and they look just like their older siblings. The story involves the Addams family being tied up at a Halloween party by a bunch of unsuccessful robbers who want to steal their fortune. In the end, the crooks are apprehended by the police, and the Addams family then celebrates Halloween in peace. Witches' Night Out was an animated special that was released in 1978. Saturday Night Live legends Dan Aykroyd and Gilda Radner lent their voices to help make this one happen. The characters in this one were all monochrome, which really stands out from other Halloween specials. The show was about 2 kids who recruit a witch to help them find the scariest Halloween costumes around. But the problem with that is the witch played by Radner loses her wand and chaos ensues.
Oh.
Once Upon a Midnight Scary was an hour-long special for kids that aired in 1979. It had 3 stories which were all introduced by one of the masters of horror, Vincent Price.
I love Vincent Price's
The first story was about a boy who investigates a mysterious light in a barn. The second story spun the tale of Ichabod Crane. The third tale was about a bizarre clock hidden in a mansion that supposedly counted down to the end of the world. Mad Mad Monsters was a 1972 animated television movie that had all the classic monsters. Frankenstein, Dracula, a werewolf, a mummy, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. They all got together for the wedding of Baron Henry von Frankenstein and his fiancée. However, things didn't go as planned, and his assistant Igor wants to steal his bride-to-be. The Paul Lynde Halloween special was one that the whole family could sit down and watch when it aired in 1976. This spectacular special featured appearances from Witchy Poo from HR Puffinstuff, Tim Conway, Florence Henderson, Betty White, Donnie and Marie Osmond, and the band Kiss. However, one of the sweetest treats was from Margaret Hamilton, who reprised her role of the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz.
Quite a collection of
This was the
people.
first time she had ever done that since the movie. The Halloween That Almost Wasn't was a made-for-TV movie that originally aired on ABC. After its original run, the Emmy-winning special aired on the Disney Channel until 1996. This movie had some of Halloween's spookiest characters. In the film, Dracula tries to save Halloween from a witch who wants to do away with the holiday. The Fat Albert Halloween special aired on CBS television in 1977. It follows the Cosby Kids gang who decide to skip the treats and go right to the tricks by scaring some of their neighbors. The kids end up getting the ultimate scare from the lady who lives in the spooky house by the graveyard when some of them do not return.
Uh-oh.
Halloween is Grinch Night was a short animated movie that aired as an ABC television special in 1977. It was designed to be a sequel to the Christmas feature, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which came out in 1966. The interesting thing about this special is that Halloween is only mentioned in the title. This Emmy-winning classic tells the tale of the Grinch who came down from Mount Crumpet to hassle Whoville after the Green Grumps and Hackencrack's house summoned him. Boris Karloff, who voiced the original Grinch in the 1966 classic, had passed away by this time, so he was replaced by Hans Conried. Thurl Ravenscroft, who sang in the original special, came back again to provide the singing vocals. The Flintstones Meet Rockula and Frankenstone was an hour-long NBC special that aired in 1979.
I used to love the Flintstones.
The story was about
one of my favorite memories is when I was very, very young. And we're talking like bottle young. Because I had the Fred Flintstone bottle. And still my friend to this day. Because my mom was best friends with her mom. So we were growing up together at that point. And her grandparents, we were with her grandparents at their house, which they were quite wealthy, had one of the first big screen TVs. Like it was the box where it folded down and everything. And so I had Fred Flintstone, she had Barney Rubble. And we got to sit in front of this giant TV as like toddlers, okay? And watch the Flintstones. It was so fun. And it was just the best. And it is still, to this day, one of my best memories. I have a really spotty memory after the coma. So there are just these tiny things that I still have that I hold on to, and that's one of my favorite memories. And every time I see the Flintstones, I get that memory back, and it's so precious to me. Do you guys have something like that? Just these memories that when you see something that it warms your heart and it makes you smile? Something from your childhood that's that thing? I'm gonna have to go talk to Crystal as soon as I finish this because that's that memory. And it makes me want to go say hi and check on her. Anyway, comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. This is just making me want to talk to you guys more and more. All right, back to the thing. I'm sorry I keep pausing.
His Frankenstone monster. It's then up to the Flintstones and the Rubbles to stop them. Casper Saves Halloween was another creation from Hanna-Barbera in 1979 and aired on NBC. Casper has always been known as the friendly ghost.
I was not
this Halloween, he dresses up as a real boy and befriends a special group of orphans. However, their fun is soon spoiled by Harry Scary and his ghostly crew.
Uh-oh.
Now it's up to Casper and his new friends to save Halloween before it's too late. Halloween Hall of Fame was a television special that aired in 1977 as part of the Wonderful World of Disney. It featured Jonathan Winters, who played a security guard working late at the Walt Disney Production Studio on Halloween night. He ends up running into a crystal ball containing a talking pumpkin jack-o'-lantern, which is also played by Winters. The jack-o'-lantern ends up showing a series of Disney Halloween cartoons to the Watchmen, and the audience also gets to see them as it is mixed in between their dialogue. Halloween Safety was a 1977 educational film that was 11 minutes in length. It was designed to teach kids Halloween safety while trick-or-treating. It went over things like reflective tape, removing pointed objects, waiting to eat treats after they had been checked, traveling in groups, only going to houses you know, and more. This could have been something that you saw at home on television, but it also could have been something that you watched at school. The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile was a 1979 animated CBS special that later aired every year on the Disney Channel.
Aww.
It followed the story of Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy, who go on a search for a pumpkin for a boy who needs a pumpkin. In addition to the Halloween specials we discussed, there were also others that were connected to television shows like Happy Days. For some reason, these forgotten Halloween specials have been lost in time, but they really were pretty good. Maybe this Halloween season you can sit down and enjoy one of these classics with someone who has not. What was one of your favorite Halloween specials when you grew up? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching.
Alright guys, I got a question. What is your go-to Halloween movie? I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to watch the original Hocus Pocus every freaking year. Ever since it came out. Honestly, just because I love that song. The one where they get the parents to dance. I Put a Spell on You. No joke. I love Kathy Najimy, so that's part of it. And I do adore Bette Midler, don't get me wrong. The woman is royalty. But that's my go-to Halloween movie, which, of course, Editor Hubby thinks is ridiculous. But what is yours? Comment below, let me know. What is your go-to Halloween movie? I'm sure everyone's going to pull out a horror movie. But I still want to know. So please remember to leave a like on this video. If you're not already a fellow fan geek, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out in the algorithm and we appreciate it. Remember to hit that notification bell with your notifications turned on so that you know every time we drop a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Have a happy Halloween, guys. Bye.
The last boogie. Move your feet to the beat.